All right, Brian Basham, left to die, but with a will to live. A young woman survives a brutal attack, rape, and an attempted murder committed by someone she thought was a friend. Several years later, her path from victim to victor will lead her to the steps of Capitol Hill right here in Nashville. Kimberlee Morton joins me to talk more about a new bill to keep violent offenders behind bars longer. Also joining us, Representative Antonia Parkinson, the lawmaker behind the push to get this proposal passed. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Kim, we're going to start with you first. What's the bill about? Kind of explain it to people at home who don't know.
It's to eliminate good behavior credits for violent offenders, because in Tennessee they have it set up like when you're convicted of aggravated rape, you have to serve, you do it at 85%, and then the other 15% you get off for good behavior. So we want to eliminate the good behavior.
Because your argument is that there is no good behavior behind a violent attack of that nature, right?
Exactly.
Now, how do you think it's going to help other women if this is passed?
They will get their justice, and they will have like a system to where they can believe in, something that they can believe in.
Did you lose faith knowing, okay, well, if this person is convicted after a certain amount of time, there's a such thing as good behavior and he could be back out on the street sooner than he should? Did you kind of lose faith in the system?
Yes.
Yeah,
I really did.
Is that what motivated you to start this process?
Exactly.
Okay, and when you leave Memphis, you're headed to Nashville.
Yes.
What are you going to do while you're there?
Well, I get to tell my story in front of all the legislators and tell them like what happened and how the justice system failed me and what we can do to make it better.
Okay, and Mr. Parkinson, is there any bill like this that's already on the books?
There's not a bill that I know of that's on the books like this. And let me tell you, our state says that these aggravated rapists are serving 100% of the time, but there's a loophole that allows the Department of Correction to give them time off for good behavior. Now, I want everybody to know and understand, what does this say coming from our state about the value of women in regards to this? You know, if they can allow something so heinous to happen to women and allow these criminals out on good behavior, you know, what does that say? What is our state telling us in regards to our value towards women in our state? How
did you two connect? Is hearing Kim's story kind of what motivated you to push this bill along?
Hearing Kim's story, it was my motivation to push this bill. You know, there's obviously a flaw in our laws in the state of Tennessee that would allow these violent criminals to get off of good behavior. And when you have other people that break the law, and they'll serve, 30 years for nonviolent crimes, but we have some heinous crimes that create victims out of every woman in the state of Tennessee by allowing these felons to get out on good behavior.
Okay. Kim, how can people at home help you get this bill passed?
I have a petition started, which I've been going around and collecting signatures, but he has to set it up online.
Right. And so that petition is available online. I think they can get to it through myfoxmemphis.com. There's a link to the petition, and we want everyone, male or female, to sign on to this petition and let our lawmakers know that this legislation needs to be changed. Because one of the hurdles that we're going to run into, and we know it's coming, is that there's a fiscal note that's going to be attached to this bill anytime you incarcerate someone a little bit longer than what was, quote unquote, the normal incarceration.
Right.
There's more, it costs more, it costs the state more money. But this is one of those bills where we need to protect our women, our children, our kids, our daughters, nieces, and grandmothers, from these criminals that perpetrate such a heinous and vicious crime.
And it's your belief that the cost far outweighs the savings that will come along with letting them out earlier.
Absolutely. And again, it goes to what is our value that we place on our women in the state of Tennessee. And we need every single legislator in the state of Tennessee to answer that question. How valuable are our women and children in the state of Tennessee?
All right, Kim, good luck to you and your presentation in Nashville. Antonia Parkinson, thank you for joining us. And for a link to sign Kimberlee's petition, head on over to our website, myfoxmemphis.com. Still to come this morning, a memorial for a music